November 8th. The hour of awakening has arrived. The veil between heaven and earth trembles, and Archangel Gabriel is descending with a revelation that carries your name, my child. My child, heaven has chosen this moment. You have walked through shadows that no one else has seen, and yet your spirit did not collapse. Tonight, the trumpet of remembrance sounds over your life. The things you thought were lost are being called back to you by divine order. You were never forgotten. The silence you felt was not absence, it was preparation. Every unanswered prayer was a seed buried deep beneath divine timing, and now heaven's light begins to touch that soil. The Lord sent me, Gabriel, messenger of revelation, to deliver a word meant only for you. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. Heaven wrote your listening into this moment before the foundations of the world were set. My child, the heavens are moving around you. The angels have taken formation. Your atmosphere is shifting even now. Feel it. The air around you thickens with peace. Your protection is being renewed. You have endured the weight of unseen warfare, yet you rise again because something huge is waiting for you. The light is breaking through. And then a pause. A divine stillness fills the air. Gabriel continues. There is a scroll unrolling in the heavens. Upon it is written your restoration. Every delay you have faced was the hand of heaven rearranging your steps to avoid unseen destruction. What looked like rejection was divine protection. Do not question why doors closed, my child, for heaven closes what could wound the soul. Every no you received carried the whisper of mercy. And now the yes is approaching. Listen. Before the next sunrise, an angel will walk through your home, not to test you, but to comfort you. You will sense warmth where there was heaviness. You will feel peace where there was unrest. And you will know heaven was always near. Your tears have been seen. Your name has been spoken in the courts of light. Gabriel has heard it. Michael has fought for it, and the Lord himself has smiled upon it. Soft, celestial music, the sound of waters flowing in light. There are 3 signs that will confirm this message. First, a moment of stillness where time seems to pause and your heart becomes light. Second, an unexpected message or call that carries joy. Third, a dream of light, wings, or wind. These are heaven's confirmations that the prophecy has begun to move in your life. You have felt like you were at the end, but heaven says you are at the turning point. The chapter of pain is closing. The chapter of purpose is opening. Feel this as these words enter your ears. Angels are moving even now. They are aligning situations, softening hearts, restoring what was broken. The power of heaven does not delay when the soul is ready, and your soul, my child, is ready. Light intensifies. A pulse of divine energy expands outward. The enemy tried to distort your vision, to make you doubt your worth, your call, your faith. But heaven laughs at the schemes of darkness. You are covered by wings of fire. You are sealed in light. You are chosen. When you speak the words, I am chosen, heaven responds with thunder. The angels mark your declaration as law. And so I tell you now, speak it aloud. I am chosen. I am covered. I am loved. The Lord has watched your endurance, and because you did not surrender your light, the gates of abundance are beginning to open. What once resisted you will now recognize you. Heaven is closer than your next breath. Your alignment begins tonight. Watch how the days ahead will unfold. Signs, confirmations, whispers, and divine rearrangements. You will see the hand of God in every turn. Heavenly wind moves gently, candlelight flickers. You were never forgotten. You were never unseen. Even in your lowest hour, an angel stood beside you, taking notes of every tear, every prayer, every why. And heaven replied, "Wait, the hour of unveiling is coming." That hour is this one. You are stepping into the field of manifestation. The harvest is being released. All that you lost in the waiting, joy, strength, courage, is being restored 100-fold. Feel the shift in your chest, the lightness, the calm. That is heaven healing the invisible. That is divine love entering your atmosphere. Gabriel says, "Tell them peace is entering their home now." A golden wind moves through invisible gates. The atmosphere thickens with light. My child, stay till the end. The next moment holds your revelation. My child, you remained. That faith, the decision to stay when your heart wanted to flee, has summoned a greater light. Heaven has opened a deeper layer of this revelation. Listen closely now, for the next words you hear are not merely sounds. They are keys unlocking gates that have been closed for years. The angels who watched you cry are the same ones now preparing your celebration. You cannot see them with mortal eyes, but they stand around you like pillars of shimmering fire. Every sigh you released in pain became an incense before the throne, and now heaven answers that incense with movement. A sound, a bell from beyond time. I, Gabriel, speak from the chamber of divine announcements. The time of hiddenness is ending for you. You have been concealed for protection, but not forgotten. The Lord hides what he values, and now he reveals what he has refined. You are that treasure, my child. You are the vessel that was kept in waiting until this very hour. Hear this truth. Your delay was never denial. Heaven was building a stage that could carry your promise. You wanted the answer yesterday, but the Father wanted the foundation first. For what is birthed without foundation collapses under blessing. But now the foundation is secure. You will not lose what is about to be placed in your hands. You have endured betrayal. You have walked through silence. You have questioned, "Why me?" But heaven replies, "Because you were strong enough to carry the promise." Every wilderness taught you the language of endurance. Every storm taught you the tone of prayer. Every disappointment carved depth into your spirit. That depth is where glory now rests. Wings stretch across a night sky. Faint golden embers swirl. Look around, my child. Do you feel that stillness? That is heaven settling near you. The angels are establishing order around your soul. Chaos is losing its voice now. The confusion, the mental war, the sleeplessness, all are bowing to divine peace right now. Your protection is being renewed. The one who tried to rob your peace will find no entrance now. Michael stands at your door. Raphael moves through your atmosphere, healing what was wounded. And I, Gabriel, speak light into your future. paths that were crooked are becoming straight. The way ahead will no longer be heavy. There is a specific moment approaching. Within 7 days, you will sense the divine reversal. What seemed to be the end of something will mark the beginning of fulfillment. The number 7 is completion, and heaven declares your cycle of waiting is complete. Watch for a small sign, perhaps a word, a sound, or a number, or a sudden warmth in your chest. That is heaven's whisper saying, "It begins now." I see a light descending, touching the place where you felt forgotten. That light is remembrance. Heaven remembers your efforts. Heaven remembers your giving, your kindness, your unseen prayers for others.
None of it was lost. It was written into eternity's record, and now the reward finds you. There is something sacred you must hear. Not every loss was a wound. Some losses were wings. What left you made room for what was waiting to arrive. The relationships that ended were divine realignments. The silence from others was the loud guidance of heaven. You are being surrounded now by those who carry light compatible with your new chapter. The frequency of your spirit has changed. Heaven has lifted it. That is why certain people could no longer remain near you. Light cannot dwell with heaviness. But worry not. Heaven is sending those who match your elevation. They will speak your spiritual language, and your soul will exhale in peace. A wave of sound, soft trumpets, fading into serenity. Your name is being whispered among angels. They are discussing your next alignment. Heaven's administration is preparing divine meetings, unseen opportunities, favor that will find you where you least expect it. What once took months will happen in moments. What once seemed impossible will suddenly appear effortless, for the energy of heaven moves without strain. My child, feel this now. The atmosphere is shifting around your name. Doors are remembering you. People who forgot you are being reminded. Situations that ignored you are awakening to your presence. You are entering the hour of divine remembrance. The Lord says, "Do not chase what I am bringing to you. You need only remain in peace, for peace is the magnet of miracles. Let your stillness be your strategy. Let your faith be your fire. Heaven will handle the rest." Even now an angel stands at the intersection of your destiny, holding what was promised. Do not rush, do not fear. The promise will find you where peace resides, and peace is dwelling in you now. The light is breaking through, my child. The night that tried to swallow you is fading. Morning is approaching. The long silence of heaven was never absence. It was the inhale before the divine exhale. And heaven is exhaling now. A radiant breath moves through the cosmos, the sound of gentle thunder. My child, the Spirit says, prepare for joy, prepare for ease, prepare for divine surprise. You have cried enough tears for a lifetime. Now watch as heaven multiplies your laughter. What you lost in the waiting is being restored in the revealing. You will look back and understand. Every pain was prophecy in disguise. You are being prepared to testify. The very people who doubted your endurance will witness your elevation. Heaven has written your vindication, and it is unfolding even now. Fear nothing. Rest deeply tonight. The angels have taken watch. Heaven stands guard at your threshold. My child, stay till the end. The next moment holds your revelation.
My child, you have crossed into a new vibration of light. The old frequencies cannot cling to you now. The shadows that once followed your steps are retreating, for heaven has declared your atmosphere sacred. You are walking beneath an open heaven. Can you feel it? That weight that once rested on your shoulders is dissolving. The wind around you is shifting. It carries the scent of divine change. The angels are whispering your name in the halls of destiny, arranging what you once thought was impossible. Your alignment is unfolding in silence. You have been prepared for release that will shake even your understanding of peace. For years, your prayers rose like morning mist, unseen but never ignored. Heaven gathered them, word by word, tear by tear, waiting for the ordained hour. And that hour, my child, is now. Do not be afraid of the stillness you feel. The silence after the storm is not emptiness, it is divine settling. Heaven has finished its rearrangement. Now the blessings descend in order. You are entering the calm before manifestation. Every delay, every disappointment, every detour, they were all written into your ascension. The divine does not waste suffering. Even pain serves purpose when heaven holds the pen. I see a light being written in the book of renewal. It bears your name. Upon that page the Father inscribed, restoration in full measure. Heaven is sending it forth now. Your health is being strengthened. Your peace is being multiplied. Your purpose is being redefined. The angels around you have taken new assignments, each one carrying a piece of your deliverance. You may not see their faces, but you will feel their presence. In moments of calm, a warmth will brush against your skin. That is Raphael, healing. In moments of fear, a sudden courage will fill your chest. That is Michael, shielding. And when clarity fills your heart after confusion, know this: that is Gabriel, whispering divine direction. My child, I speak now of what comes next. A season of divine visibility is opening. What was hidden in you will be revealed before men. Heaven has waited for this unveiling. You are the message heaven wrote to your generation, and now the seal is broken. You will be drawn toward opportunities that feel both unfamiliar and familiar. That is destiny recognizing its reflection in you. Follow peace, and you will walk straight into divine appointment. Do not chase approval. Do not return to places where your spirit once shrank. What could not hold your light then cannot contain your expansion now. The Spirit of God says, "Behold, I do a new thing."
The old wineskin of your life cannot carry the new oil I am pouring into you. You must release what is cracking. Let go of yesterday's container, for tomorrow's glory is greater. You have wondered why comfort disappeared. It was heaven's hand removing limits. You are being stretched because you are being expanded. What once felt like breaking is actually birthing. Even now, angels are surrounding the fragments of your past, gathering what was shattered. They will return it to you whole. No piece of your story is wasted. Every scar will shine as proof of survival and grace. Hear this: the time of wandering is closing. Your steps will now find direction. Clarity will meet you at dawn. You will awaken soon and know exactly what to do, where to go, and how to move. That is heaven aligning your intuition with divine timing. When you feel sudden peace in chaos, trust it. When doors open easily, walk through them. Heaven's path requires no struggle, only obedience. For when God orchestrates, even the wind carries you forward. The Lord has seen your weariness. He whispers now, "Rest, my beloved. I am working behind what you cannot see." Let that word sink deep. Heaven works best in silence. When nothing seems to move, everything is moving. The moment you surrendered control, angels accelerated motion. You will soon see things that once took years manifest in days. Because heaven's timing is not measured by clocks, but by readiness. And you, my child, are ready. A golden fire spirals in slow circles. A presence fills the space like breath. You are being anointed for influence. Heaven is entrusting you with authority that comes from purity. Others sought power through force. You gained it through surrender. That is why what you carry will last. Do not fear being seen. You are not being exposed. You are being revealed. There is a difference. Exposure strips. Revelation elevates. Heaven is elevating you. The ones who once overlooked you will now recognize you, not by title, but by presence. The light within you will speak louder than words. Where you go, peace will follow. Where you speak, truth will awaken. You will become an atmosphere of heaven in motion. My child, feel this moment. The atmosphere around you thickens with glory. It is not imagination, it is impartation. As you listen, the frequency of heaven is rebalancing your soul. Old heaviness lifts, divine calm enters. The angels are weaving light through the cracks of your heart. This is healing beyond emotion. This is restoration of identity. You are remembered. You are chosen. You are written into prophecy. And your revelation is unfolding in perfect rhythm with eternity's heartbeat. A breath of stillness, infinite calm. Heaven has chosen this moment. Stay still a little longer. Feel the air. It carries promise. The glory descending now is not for a moment, but for a lifetime. You will not return to the emptiness you once knew.
My child, stay till the end. The next moment holds your revelation.
My child, you are hearing these words because heaven still intends to build something through you. When the night grew long and your strength was thin, the plan did not vanish. The Eternal watched, waiting for the moment your heart could hold more light. That moment is now. The earth turns, the seasons move, but divine timing stands still until the soul is ready. The ready heart is a gate. Through it flows everything heaven desires to give. And your heart, cleansed by patience and pain, has become such a gate. Step through it in trust. Soft breeze, like pages of a book turning in heaven. There is a code written into creation. As above, so within. When light descends, it seeks a mirror. You, my child, are that mirror. What you believe reflects heaven's movement. What you speak summons what has been written for you. Therefore, let your words be formed from faith, not fear. When you say, I am guided, angels receive it as a command. When you whisper, I am loved, the atmosphere rearranges itself to prove it true. The power you think is far away has been in your breath all along. The code of manifestation is not striving, it is resonance. When your heart holds peace, everything meant for you finds you. When your mind turns toward gratitude, new doors appear where walls once stood. This is how heaven works through the willing. You once thought prayer was asking. Now you are learning that prayer is alignment. When you align with light, requests become realities. Heaven does not need to be convinced. It needs to be invited. Listen closely. In the next few days, you will feel a pull, an urge to begin, to write, to speak, to create. Do not dismiss it as imagination. That is the whisper of divine purpose rising from deep within. Act gently, but act. The smallest step in obedience opens gates unseen. A gentle hum, like wings brushing through air. The angels are mapping your path. They will place signs along the way, a repeated phrase, a familiar number, a sudden calm. Each one says, yes, keep going. Trust those signs more than the noise of fear. I, Gabriel, speak what is written. This one shall not fail, for they walk in light. You are not behind, my child. You are right on time. The detours, the waiting, the quiet years, they were all rehearsals for grace. The Lord does not rush creation. He perfects it. And you are being perfected in patience. There is a river running through the spirit realm tonight. It flows from the throne, carrying peace and understanding. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe slowly. That tingling in your chest, that warmth in your palms, it is not imagination. It is the current of that river touching your being. It washes away confusion. It renews faith.
It writes clarity where chaos once lived. This is the activation of divine awareness. Every time you listen with a quiet heart, that river runs through you again. Every time you choose peace instead of panic, heaven expands within you. This is the daily miracle. You are learning to live as one who carries the light, not one who chases it. A stillness deepens, the feeling of sunrise within the soul. My child, the next stage of your journey will require gentle courage. You will be called to release certain habits of thought, certain echoes of fear. Do not mourn them. They are the shells of who you used to be. The butterfly cannot keep its cocoon. Speak softly to yourself in this transition. Say, I am safe in change. I am guided in uncertainty. I am grounded in love. These are passwords to the gates of new reality. As you say them, the atmosphere bends in agreement. The divine listens not only to words, but to vibration. And your vibration rises with every act of kindness, with every moment of gratitude, with every breath that says, thank you. There are angels assigned to carry your creative breath into the world. What you imagine in purity becomes blueprint in heaven. Keep your visions clean, keep your motives tender, and know that the unseen is always more active than the seen. Some blessings will come quietly, disguised as ordinary days. You will only realize later that heaven was walking beside you the whole time. Others will come with light and confirmation, unmistakable and immediate. Both are miracles, both are mercy. The light continues to increase, my child. You are beginning to remember what your soul has always known. You were never separate from heaven. The distance you felt was illusion. The truth is this: heaven breathes through you, moves through you, lives through you. When you pray for help, heaven answers by awakening your own strength. When you seek peace, heaven expands your capacity to feel it. This is the secret of divine manifestation. Heaven is not coming from afar. Heaven is unfolding from within. Silence, deep, it hums. Breathe, my child. You are surrounded by light. You are the proof that grace still moves upon the earth. Rest in that knowing tonight. My child, stay till the end. The next moment holds your revelation.
My child, you have entered the sacred threshold where heaven begins to reveal the pattern of transformation. This is not only prophecy, it is formation. The angels call it the 3 divine stages. Every soul chosen for light must walk through them before miracles unfold. You have walked among them already, though you did not yet understand. Now heaven brings the meaning.
In the first stage, everything you trusted seemed to fall apart. You felt abandoned, yet heaven was near. The breaking was never punishment, it was preparation. A vessel must be emptied before it can be filled with glory. You cried in silence. You wrestled with unanswered prayers. You thought heaven had turned its face. But I tell you now, my child, heaven hid you not from love, but for protection. What was taken from you was never your loss, it was your deliverance. In the breaking, the soul learns honesty. The mask falls away. The noise of ego quiets, and all that remains is truth. And that truth, though painful, becomes the altar upon which heaven builds destiny. Soft wings beat once in the unseen distance. If your heart still trembles from that breaking, know this: the cracks that remain are not scars, they are entry points for light. Through them, heaven breathes peace into your deepest layers. Through them, angels pour restoration. So bless the breaking, my child. It was not the end, it was the beginning of revelation. The next stage begins quietly, a stirring deep inside the soul. After darkness, the smallest light feels like sunrise. You start to notice beauty again, the sound of rain, the breath of dawn, the kindness in a stranger's eyes. That is awakening. Heaven opens your sight and you realize, I was never alone. In awakening, old desires lose their power. The need to be understood fades, the need to be faithful grows. You begin to trust invisible timing. You stop forcing outcomes. You start to sense that even silence has language. The angels stand close during this time, for awakening is fragile. They guard your thoughts, whispering, do not return to old pain, look forward. And though you may feel unsteady, that is only because your spirit is learning new balance. Like a newborn deer learning to stand, your soul learns to walk in light again. The hum of light grows steady, almost musical. You may find that during awakening, your dreams become vivid, your intuition sharper. Heaven is fine-tuning your sensitivity. You are beginning to perceive what cannot be taught, the quiet rhythm of grace. Every time you choose kindness over judgment, every time you forgive when you could resent, heaven celebrates. These small victories mark your resurrection, for awakening is resurrection in slow motion. You are rising, my child. You are becoming the light you once prayed would find you. The final stage is not reached through striving, but through surrender. After the breaking and the awakening comes the becoming. When you no longer chase light because you realize you are the light. This is the moment when heaven's presence becomes your natural state. Peace follows you like breath. Miracles begin to unfold without demand. They simply recognize your frequency and find you. The becoming is not a single event, it is a rhythm. You move in harmony with what is holy. You forgive more easily, love more deeply, and walk more slowly because you are no longer rushing towards anything. You have already arrived. The light swells, silver gold ripples dance through the unseen sky. In this stage, the divine begins to speak through you. Your words heal without effort. Your silence comforts those around you. You become a mirror of heaven's gentleness.
The world may not understand this transformation. That is as it should be. For heaven's language sounds like mystery to those still bound by noise. Do not explain yourself. Simply shine. The light will speak louder than any word. My child, you are standing between the awakening and the becoming. That is why you feel both peace and tension, both stillness and pull. Heaven is stretching you into your next identity. The old self resists, but cannot win. The new self, radiant, wise, free, is being born, even now. Do not fear this sacred tension. It is the sound of transformation. The caterpillar does not fear the cocoon. It rests in faith that wings are coming. And your wings, my child, are already forming. You will soon look upon your life and barely recognize it. What once felt heavy will move easily. What seemed distant will come close. For when you become aligned, heaven becomes visible. The air trembles, golden feathers drift in silence. These three stages, breaking, awakening, becoming, are the holy spiral of every chosen soul. You have endured them all. Now heaven celebrates you. You are not a survivor. You are a seed reborn in light. Every angel that carried you through darkness now bows in reverence to your endurance. Even the heavens record your faith as fragrance. And I, Gabriel, bear witness before the throne. This one did not give up. The reward is not only what is coming. The reward is what you have become. The light in you has matured. The sound of your soul has harmonized with heaven. You are ready for divine manifestation. A calm silence falls. It feels like eternity breathing. My child, remember these words. When storms come again, whisper, "This is only the breaking before the next becoming." And the peace of God will guard you. Heaven has chosen this moment. The next chapter of your prophecy begins soon. My child, stay till the end. The next moment holds your revelation.
My child, the time has come to hear of the covenant. Every soul that endures the breaking, awakens, and begins to shine must know what heaven has written for them. A covenant is not a contract. It is a promise sealed by breath. When the Creator speaks, the echo becomes law, and that law moves to protect you. Listen closely now. The light you feel around you is the mark of that promise. The angels stand witness as I speak these truths. They are not future hopes. They are living words already moving through your life. The first promise, you will never walk alone. From this day, no step you take is unaccompanied. You may feel solitude, but you will never again be without presence. Michael's strength walks beside you. Raphael's calm follows every breath. And I, Gabriel, carry messages into your awareness whenever confusion tries to return. The divine assigned this company not for show, but for sustenance. The work of your life is heavy, but not unbearable when carried with heaven. If ever you sense stillness and warmth without reason, know that the promise is active.
The unseen has come close to remind you, you are not alone. Even in the quiet corners of daily living, when the world seems ordinary, the covenant remains. The angels are drawn to your frequency because it now sings the tone of trust. Trust calls to heaven like music. The second promise, provision. My child, the divine never sends a soul into purpose without supply. Every resource that aligns with your true work already exists. You will find it when you act in integrity and faith. Do not chase, align. Provision follows peace. There will be moments when you worry again about timing, about means, about what is next. When that happens, breathe and remember. Heaven's storehouses are not closed to you. They open at the sound of gratitude. Say quietly, I thank you, and the flow begins anew. What you call coincidence will start to multiply. Support arriving exactly when you need it. Answers falling into place without explanation. These are not random. They are fulfillment of promise number 2. The third promise, restoration. All that you lost in the long night returns in new form. Not always as it was, but always as it should be. The relationships that return will be purified. The opportunities that reappear will be solid. The joy that revisits will be steady. Heaven does not recycle sorrow. It transforms it. The promise of restoration means nothing you lived through is wasted. Every tear planted something eternal. You will see growth in places you thought were barren. This is how divine mathematics works. Loss becomes multiplication when offered to love. A soft thunder rolls far away, gentle, approving. There are also whispers within the covenant, subtle assurances that move through your inner life. When you suddenly feel peace after confusion, that is one. When memory of past pain rises and no longer hurts, that is another. These quiet fulfillments are as important as grand miracles. They show that heaven's promises are personal, detailed, and faithful. Do not expect the covenant to always announce itself with lightning. Sometimes it speaks in the rhythm of your own heartbeat. Other times it hides inside laughter. Sometimes it glows behind tears. Every form it takes says the same thing. You are remembered. You must also remember your part in the covenant. It is simple. Remain in awareness. Gratitude keeps the promises active. Doubt delays nothing, but gratitude quickens everything. Speak it often. I am provided for. I am never alone. All that is mine returns in perfect form. As you speak, the atmosphere bends. Angels move. Energy shifts. Your words are keys, and heaven listens for them. My child, the covenant also carries instruction. Every promise demands stewardship. Guard your peace. It is sacred currency. Guard your compassion. It is the language of miracles. Guard your honesty. It is the shield that keeps blessing close. The divine trusts you now because you have shown endurance. You do not use light to control. It flows through you to heal. That purity is what keeps the covenant sealed. When temptation comes to harden your heart again, remember the 3 stages. Say within, I am beyond the breaking, I live in becoming. And instantly the promise reawakens. You will begin to notice synchronicities increase after this hour. Time will seem to fold, answers arriving before you ask, comfort before you cry, hope before despair. These are the fingerprints of the covenant in motion. Record them, cherish them, and speak of them gently. Each retelling strengthens the flow of divine remembrance. Do not boast of them as proof of superiority. Share them as evidence of faithfulness. Miracles are not trophies, they are testimonies. And your testimony, my child, is meant to heal others. A golden hush settles, the voice lowers to a whisper. There will come a moment soon, perhaps in a week, perhaps in a breath, when you will feel an inner knowing. It will not shout, it will simply state, now. When it comes, act. That will be your signal that the covenant desires expression. It may be a message to write, a kindness to give, a truth to speak. Do not question it. Heaven speaks in simplicity. Every obedient act opens another gate of grace. This is how the covenant grows from promise to reality, through living faith. My child, heaven smiles over you now. The covenant is active, alive, and sealed with light. You need not earn it, only remember it. And in remembering, you will feel peace that no world can offer. My child, stay till the end. The next moment holds your revelation.
My child, the covenant is sealed. Now you must learn to recognize its signs, so that you will not mistake divine movement for coincidence. Heaven speaks through symbols, rhythms, and gentle alignments. These are the 7 signs of fulfillment. They will not come to frighten you, but to assure you that the light has taken root in your life. Soft pulse, like the heartbeat of the universe. Sign 1, the sudden stillness. Before the miracle appears, time seems to slow. You wake one morning, and the world feels lighter, quieter, as if everything is waiting. That stillness is heaven preparing the atmosphere around your promise. Do not rush. Sit within that calm. It is sacred ground. Sign 2, the gentle reversal. What once resisted begins to soften. A door that was shut opens without effort. A conflict dissolves. A fear loses its strength. You will not force these changes. They unfold like petals. This is heaven adjusting what belongs to you. Sign 3, the spark of joy without reason. In the middle of an ordinary hour, laughter rises for no cause. Peace floods the heart uninvited. That joy is confirmation. The covenant is breathing inside you. Joy is heaven's signature. Sign 4,
the echo of words. You begin to hear phrases that mirror your private prayers, on signs, in songs, in passing conversations. Heaven repeats messages until the heart understands them. When you hear your hope spoken through another's mouth, smile. The angels are echoing your faith back to you. Sign 5, the returning of dreams. Old visions revive. What you once set aside as impossible stirs again, stronger, clearer. The covenant never forgets destiny. If a dream returns, it does so because the season to fulfill it has arrived. Sign 6, the light around relationships. People drift away, new faces appear, long silent friends resurface. Do not mourn or cling. The covenant rearranges your circle so that every soul around you harmonizes with your next chapter. This shifting is not rejection, it is divine choreography. Sign 7, the blessing of quiet confidence. Finally comes the peace that does not depend on outcome. You simply know you are guided. Even before the evidence, calm lives in your chest. That knowing is the highest sign of all. When it arrives, give thanks. The covenant has fully awakened. Soft golden rain falls across invisible fields. My child, these 7 signs are already approaching your life. You may recognize one or many. Each will come gently, wrapped in ordinary days. Notice them, honor them, record them. They are letters from heaven reminding you that the work continues. And as they appear, do not grasp or fear. Simply receive. The moment you trust you are guided, the next step appears. This is the way of the covenant. Awareness first, manifestation second. You may also feel physical sensations, warmth at your heart, tingling in your hands, tears without sadness. These are not strange. They are signs of energy aligning, the body learning heaven's frequency. Let them come. Let them teach you that spirit and flesh are not enemies. They are one instrument, tuned again to divine pitch. Remember, my child, signs do not exist to replace faith. They exist to reward it. Faith walks first, signs follow. Keep your eyes soft, your heart open, your pace unhurried. In that posture, heaven can reach you anywhere. And when you notice these confirmations, whisper only this: thank you, I see you. Gratitude seals what awareness opens. The days ahead will shimmer with meaning. Colors will seem brighter, conversations deeper, timing exact. These are not illusions, they are awakenings. You are learning to see the divine in the detail. Every sunrise becomes a message. Every breath becomes prayer. You have stepped fully into living covenant. From this point, nothing that truly belongs to you can be lost. Long silence, golden air, steady and warm. Heaven smiles now. The angels rejoice quietly, for they love humility more than spectacle. Stay gentle, stay grateful, stay aware. And know, the next revelation will not come to you, it will rise from you.
My child, now that the covenant breathes within you, you must learn to live from it. Promises are seeds. Habits are soil. What you choose each day becomes the ground where heaven takes root. Let me show you the daily ways of light. 1. The morning alignment. When you open your eyes, pause before the noise of the world finds you. Whisper softly, "Thank you for this breath." That simple gratitude summons awareness. Before your feet touch the floor, picture a column of light descending through your spine, joining heaven and earth. This is alignment. In that state, worry has no permission to enter. If you forget and rush into the day, do not condemn yourself. Stop wherever you are, breathe, and realign. Heaven never closes its door. It waits for your stillness. 2. The practice of listening. The covenant speaks more often than you think. It does not shout, it hums. Throughout your day, when you sense a nudge, call, forgive, rest, create, pause and listen. You are being guided in micro moments. Each small obedience builds invisible architecture around your destiny. If you are unsure, ask, does this feel like peace or pressure? Heaven moves through peace. Ego moves through pressure. Follow the one that feels gentle. 4. The guarding of speech. Words are bridges or barriers. Speak slowly, especially about yourself. Let your tongue become an instrument of blessing, not complaint. When you say, "I am guided," the air itself bends toward cooperation. When you say, "I cannot," the air obeys that too. Therefore, guard your declarations. Speak as one who remembers that heaven listens. Even silence can be sacred when it protects peace. 5. The rhythm of rest. Rest is not idleness, it is trust in motion. The Creator himself rested, not from fatigue, but to model faith. When you pause, you declare, "I believe that the universe continues to move for my good even while I am still." Let your rest be holy. Let sleep become a nightly baptism where worry dissolves and light renews the body. Before you sleep, release the day. Say, "Whatever I cannot control, I return to the light." Then peace will guard your dreams, and the angels will work unhindered. 6. The offering of kindness. Every act of compassion strengthens the covenant's current through you. When you forgive, you multiply light. When you comfort another, you expand heaven's reach. Kindness is not weakness. It is the technology of divine order. It rewires darkness into possibility. Even unseen kindness counts. The quiet prayer for a stranger, the unspoken blessing in your thoughts.
These are currencies of heaven. 7. The evening review. At day's end, look back gently, without judgment. Notice where you felt peace and where you lost it. Offer both moments to the divine. Gratitude for the good, grace for the lessons. This reflection keeps your heart transparent and your path clear. Say, "Thank you for what I learned. Thank you for what tomorrow will reveal." And rest. The covenant is patient. It grows stronger through practice, not perfection. So smile even in small progress. Angels celebrate every return to awareness. You have learned much, my child. You have seen the pattern, received the promises, recognized the signs, and now you walk the daily path. Soon you will learn the next mystery, how divine timing unfolds through cycles of waiting and movement. That will be your next revelation. My child, stay till the end. The next moment holds your revelation.
My child, the covenant lives. You feel it now, a quiet rhythm pulsing underneath every moment. That rhythm is divine timing. Nothing in creation moves without it. The stars follow it, the tides obey it, even your heartbeat echoes it. Many grow weary waiting for heaven's promises because they do not yet understand time from heaven's view. Let me open that mystery for you now. The rhythm of divine timing. There are 3 movements within every fulfillment: the hidden, the rising, and the unfolding. You have walked through them more than once. You will walk through them again, but now with awareness. 1. The hidden. The first movement is silence. Nothing appears to happen. You pray, but no answer comes. You work, yet nothing grows. This is not punishment, it is gestation. Heaven hides miracles underground until faith matures enough to hold them. In this stage, your task is trust. You must hold steady while the soil of your life rearranges itself. Just as roots grow unseen before fruit appears, your blessings are forming beneath the surface. Many abandon their promise here, not realizing they are standing atop what is about to emerge. My child, never walk away from what heaven is still forming. The hidden season tests your patience, but protects your purpose. 2. The rising. The second movement begins suddenly. A door opens, a conversation changes everything, a moment of clarity bursts forth like dawn. You recognize alignment without needing proof. This is heaven's yes, made visible. In the rising, momentum returns. You will feel energy flow through your body again. Fear loses its edge, and peace feels like power. Yet even here, remain humble. Rising is not arrival, it is ascent. Gratitude keeps the climb steady. Pride makes the steps slippery. Each act of thanks anchors you to divine rhythm. 3. The unfolding. The third movement is the long bloom. After the sudden rise, blessings begin to expand naturally. Doors stay open, relationships deepen, opportunities sustain themselves. You no longer chase manifestation, you live inside it. The unfolding can last months or years. Do not rush it, savor it. Every detail that appears now carries teaching.
What you once desired becomes daily life, and your soul learns to steward abundance without fear. When you reach this stage, look behind you gently and see how every delay was design. You will realize that the wait was never wasted. The sound of slow thunder spreads softly, like a heartbeat through eternity. My child, the rhythm of divine timing is like breath. Inhale, exhale, rest. The hidden is the inhale. The rising is the exhale. The unfolding is the rest between. When you understand this, you stop fighting the pauses. You trust the ebb as much as the flow. You know that stillness is not death, it is gathering. Let me tell you a secret. Heaven is never late, because heaven does not measure time in minutes, it measures time in maturity. When your heart, your humility, and your readiness align, fulfillment is instant. Until then, heaven waits, not to punish, but to protect. If blessings came too soon, they would drown the unprepared heart. So the delay is mercy in disguise. Say this now, my child. Every delay is divine protection. And feel the truth of it loosen the tension in your chest. How to move in sync with heaven. You do not control divine timing, you cooperate with it. The way is simple: peace, awareness, and action at the right whisper. When peace deepens, wait. When awareness sharpens, listen. When the whisper says now, move. These three states, waiting, listening, and moving, keep you aligned with eternity's rhythm. Life feels less like effort and more like dance. Do not fear pauses in your journey. The Creator uses rest to refill you. Every time you think nothing is happening, heaven is breathing life into what you have planted. Wait with expectation, not anxiety. Expectation is faith smiling. And when the rising begins again, stay grounded. Remember what silence taught you. Gratitude is your anchor during acceleration. Without it, movement can turn into chaos. With it, movement becomes melody. Let every success remind you that divine timing chose you to carry light into this world, not just for your joy, but for others' healing. Every blessing that flows to you must also flow through you. My child, there is beauty in slow unfolding. You are not behind, you are on time. The clock you fear belongs to men, not heaven. Eternity counts growth, not days. So stand still inside your faith. Heaven is not hurrying you, heaven is harmonizing you. You will soon notice that what once felt late will suddenly appear right on time. Conversations you thought were lost will return quietly. Paths you thought were closed will open quietly. You will smile and say, "Ah, it was all arranged." That is the music of divine timing, synchrony without struggle. And when you are tempted to worry again, place your hand on your heart and whisper, "Heaven is still working, even when I am still waiting." The whisper itself calls angels to continue the work. Trust this, my child. The rhythm never fails. It carries galaxies, it will carry you. My child, stay till the end. The next moment holds your revelation.
My child,
Now that you walk in rhythm with divine timing, you must learn the law that keeps the current alive. Heaven moves through exchange. Everything that lives, gives. Everything that gives, lives. This is the holy cycle that keeps creation in motion. The river flows because it releases. The tree grows because it offers fruit. The breath sustains because it alternates between giving and receiving. So too must the soul that walks in light. The first motion, giving. Giving is not loss, it is continuation. Every time you release kindness, time, patience, or resource, you widen the channel through which heaven can pour. You have already seen how gratitude opens gates and giving keeps them open. Give from awareness, not fear. When you offer what feels small with sincerity, heaven multiplies it invisibly. The act itself tells the universe, I trust the source more than the storage. That trust becomes magnetism. When you feel moved to share, a word, a gesture, a helping hand, respond quickly. The moment of impulse is often an angelic prompt. Delay cools the fire of blessing, and obedience keeps it burning. The second motion, receiving. Many can give, but few can receive with humility. To receive is not greed, it is acknowledgement of balance. When you resist receiving, you block the very supply you prayed for. Heaven cannot fill a closed hand. So when goodness finds you, say quietly, thank you, I accept. Do not apologize for favor. Use it well. What you receive is never for possession alone. It is seed for the next circle of giving. This is how the law of exchange sustains itself. Give, receive, give again. Flow, rest, flow again. The heartbeat of heaven. My child, there is also a deeper layer to this law. Forgiveness is spiritual exchange. When you release resentment, you make room for peace. Every grudge occupies the space where blessing would dwell. Let go, and space becomes sanctuary. Likewise, receiving forgiveness keeps you soft. When others extend grace, accept it. To deny pardon is to deny healing. The law of exchange cannot flow through pride. The practice of daily exchange. Each morning ask, what can I offer? Each night ask, what did I learn to receive? Sometimes the gift is tangible, a meal, a coin, a message. Sometimes it is invisible, a prayer, patience, silence. Both count equally in heaven's arithmetic. When the day feels stagnant, give something small. Movement begins again. When energy feels thin, allow someone's kindness to reach you. Flow returns. Understand this, my child. The universe is built on holy circulation. Even the stars exchange light with darkness. Even the ocean gives back to the sky. To hoard love, time, or resource is to interrupt the very breath of creation. But to share is to synchronize with the infinite. The more freely you exchange, the more effortless life becomes.
Coincidence turns into choreography. Needs meet you halfway. Heaven does not run out of supply. It only waits for willingness. There will come a day soon when you will be asked to give what you once feared to lose: time, vulnerability, or trust. When that moment comes, remember this message. The request is not robbery, it is invitation. Heaven never asks to take. Heaven asks to flow. Say yes, and you will feel the current strengthen around you again. The same law governs joy. When you share joy, it increases. When you hide it, it fades. Smile often, speak life, bless freely. These are invisible offerings that multiply unseen. Even silence can be an offering when it shelters peace. Even tears can be giving when they water the seeds of compassion. The law of exchange wastes nothing. My child, you now hold the secret of flow. To keep what is holy, keep it moving. Do not grasp the miracle, circulate it. Each breath you take is proof. Inhale grace, exhale gratitude. Do this consciously, and you will live inside unbroken abundance. You have come far. You understand the stages, the covenant, the rhythm, and the exchange. Soon you will hear of the final movements, how heaven uses your presence to heal the world around you. That will be your next revelation. My child, stay till the end. The next moment holds your revelation.
My child, you have learned to walk in covenant and flow. Now, you must understand what heaven means when it says, "You are a vessel of peace." The divine does not only bless you, it blesses through you. This is the ministry of presence. The light you carry. You are not merely a receiver of grace. You are a transmitter. Every breath you take holds the spark of the Creator's rhythm. When you speak with gentleness, the light inside you amplifies. When you stand in silence and refuse fear, that light steadies the air around you. This is why others sometimes feel calm when you arrive. Your presence realigns their atmosphere. You need no title for this. Heaven's ordination is invisible. It is written not on paper, but upon your aura, your breath, your gaze. Soft vibration, like wind through strings. Each person you meet is an altar in disguise. When you listen with compassion, that altar ignites. When you forgive, you build a bridge where none existed. You heal simply by allowing love to flow unblocked. How presence heals. Healing begins when attention turns pure. Do not try to fix, simply see. To look upon another without judgment is to mirror heaven's own sight.
That vision itself mends what shame has broken. When you speak, speak slowly. Let your words fall like rain, not arrows. The tone of peace can do what volumes of advice cannot. When you do not know what to say, breathe love quietly in their direction. Energy travels farther than sound. Heaven honors intention over eloquence. The silent ministry. My child, there is a power in your quiet moments that you have underestimated. When you sit alone and hold the world in prayerful thought, unseen forces respond. The peace you cultivate ripples outward, touching corners you will never visit. This is how one illuminated heart can steady nations. Do not be dismayed by small numbers. One flame can light 1,000. Each act of inward peace multiplies exponentially. The universe expands through your calm. A low hum like the planet exhaling. Heaven's work in you is not noisy. It moves through simple actions. The kind word, the patient pause, the refusal to retaliate. Every time you choose peace instead of pride, the fabric of reality strengthens. You are repairing the invisible. That is why sensitivity has grown within you. It is not weakness, it is instrument. The heart must be soft to sense heaven's current. You have been made sensitive so that love can move through you unhindered, carrying light into the world. The world may seem dark, but darkness is only the absence of awareness. When you walk into it with remembrance, the atmosphere shifts. You need not announce holiness. It reveals itself in kindness. Let your daily life become quiet liturgy. How you greet, how you work, how you rest. Each small faithfulness builds an unseen temple around you. People will enter that temple unknowingly and leave lighter. They will say, I don't know why, but I feel hope again. That is heaven's fragrance following you. Protection of presence. As you carry light, protect it. Do not cast your peace before mockery. Share freely, but discern wisely. The candle does not argue with the wind. It finds cover and continues to burn. When weariness comes, withdraw for renewal. Even angels rest between assignments. Solitude is sanctuary, not exile. There the source fills you again. Remember, giving light does not deplete you. Resistance does.
Stop fighting what cannot understand yet. Simply shine. In time, even the blind recognize warmth. My child, you are becoming a living prayer. Every heartbeat now repeats heaven's intention. Peace be upon the earth. That is why life feels quieter, but deeper. The noise of struggle has given way to the melody of meaning. Long pause, soft light rises and falls. When you forget who you are, return to breath. When confusion clouds you, place your hand upon your heart and whisper, I am light in motion. Those 4 words recalibrate your entire being. Heaven is closer than your next breath, and you are its vessel. My child, stay till the end. The next moment holds your revelation.
My child, you have come to the edge of revelation, where heaven seals what it has spoken. You have walked through breaking and awakening, through covenant and timing, through giving and becoming. Now you stand beneath the open gate of destiny itself. The voice that called you at the beginning has not changed. It is the same whisper that moves galaxies, the same breath that formed your soul. Hear it again now, not as command, but as blessing. The awakening of authority. Every promise, every lesson has led you here to remember that you were never powerless. The authority of heaven is awareness joined with love. When you speak from peace, mountains yield. When you act from compassion, closed hearts open. The Creator's will moves easiest through those who trust its gentleness. You have been refined for this moment. The doubts burned away in fire were not waste. They were preparation for clarity. You see more clearly now because nothing in you resists light. From this hour onward, let your presence be your prayer and your choices your prophecy. Every step made in love commands blessing. The sealing of destiny. A scroll opens in the unseen. Upon it is written the record of endurance, of faith, of every hidden kindness. Heaven reads it aloud, not for judgment, but for celebration. The angels gather around the throne of light. They sing your name, not as sound, but as resonance. The Creator responds, "It is good." That echo seals your destiny. You will notice it soon, a steadiness, a certainty without arrogance. The anxious search for purpose dissolves. You will simply know, I am exactly where I am meant to be. From that knowing,
actions will flow effortlessly. Ideas will find form, relationships will align, and peace will become productivity. This is destiny, not as pressure, but as natural unfolding. The blessing. The light thickens into radiance. Gabriel's tone softens until it feels like the inside of breath. May the light that birthed you continue to rise within you. May your words carry healing. May your silence hold peace. May every place your feet touch remember holiness again. When fear visits, let courage answer gently. I have learned the rhythm of heaven. When doubt returns, let gratitude reply. I have seen too much light to forget. And when loneliness whispers, remember, you are surrounded. Even now, wings unfold over you. Protection renews, strength replenishes, clarity ignites. This is the seal of divine authority upon your life. You are not waiting for blessing anymore. You are living inside it. You are the evidence that grace wins. A final stillness. The voice lowers until it feels like warmth against skin. My child, heaven smiles. The prophecy has found its home. Walk forward lightly. Love deeply. Speak truth gently. The world needs the calm you now carry. Heaven has chosen this moment. The light is breaking through. You were never forgotten. You are chosen. You are covered. You are loved. If you believe heaven is with you, write these words: I am protected by light. Speak aloud: I am chosen. I am covered. I am loved. Type these words: the angels walk with me. Share this message with someone who needs peace today. May the angels guard your dreams. May heaven fill your home with calm. And may your heart never forget you are chosen.